So you see, this is a bag full of empty sachet water bags, right? Like this. Now, instead of disposing them off indiscriminately and sometimes goes into the gutters, get choked, creating flooding, you can actually make money out of this. Collected all of this and it's going to be put to good use. There is a young man who is a wastepreneur, a social enterprise impacting society in his own way, using waste, plastic waste, to create productive interventions to improve on livelihoods. Today, in my SME segment, we're highlighting the work of Makafui Awuku. Follow me.
I have good to see you.
Wonderful. Wow. So,
welcome to Macintosh Africa.
Thank you. Macintosh Africa.
Yes.
Wow. And all these are your works?
Yes. These are all my works. These are all our works over the years. This was in 2018 when Prince Charles was in Ghana. My work was selected for him to view, so we met him personally.
Good stuff.
Yeah, you know, he's somebody who is very concerned about the environment as early as the 70s, when nobody thought plastic was going to be an issue.
True.
So meeting him was really exciting for me because it was like two people who cared about the environment having a conversation.
That's right. Yeah. And this one?
This was in the UK. I got invited by University of Brighton to address PhD students about my work with plastic waste in Ghana. So this was my session.
How about this one?
So this is Achimota School.
Okay.
That was in December. We were on a roadshow making Christmas trees for a couple of communities and schools, and one organization, Recycle Up Ghana, supported to have one done for Achimota School with the students. That was the first time we were on the BBC. That was in 2018.
Ghana businessman turns waste plastic into profits.
And this is Brussels Airlines. They published about my work on the flight, which travels 169 countries around the world.
Wow.
So somebody actually took the flight, and while they were in the air, they sent me a WhatsApp that they are reading about my work on the flight. It was really nice. The person was in Stockholm when they sent me that.
Wonderful.
These are waste segregation installations we put at a couple of beaches, Akumono Beach, Labadi Beach, and a few other places at Belengpe Basic School.
So I see the famous...
Yes, the famous Christmas
tree.
He made an exciting landing in December where two of it went into Ridge Runabout over the Christmas period. That's the bus shelter project when we're building it.
Okay.
Yes.
I see.
We did all the work on site.
On site?
Yes, because this material is new. It's a wood-like lumber from plastic waste that one of my partners called Pyramid Recycling is innovating. This is a famous Christmas tree. This is how I started the project. I was just thinking about what I can do to help the environment. I didn't plan to start a business.
Wow.
So it was in November and I was like, well, Christmas is in December. So how about if I try a Christmas tree? So I sketched a design. I looked for a welder. I used to be living in a compound house in a Zongo community. And I put it on the street. I went from house to tell the people I'm doing a Christmas event. There's food, there's poetry because I'm a poet, and then there's music, and then there will be photos. So you should come out. So everybody came out, Muslims, Christians, everybody just came out. It was so exciting for them that bottles can be used in this way.
You want to tell us what goes on in here?
Right, so this is our workshop.
Right.
Where all the magic happens.
This is where all the magic happens?
Yeah, where the bola magic happens.
Bola magic?
When we collect the plastic waste, we put it in here, we sit down, and then we start designing and innovating stuff from it.
I see. So you collect the bola from the streets?
From homes, from offices. I don't do bola from gutters.
I see.
I don't do dirty bola. The aim is to encourage people to segregate.
Right.
So we don't do dirty. So even when we do what people call traditionally beach cleanups, what we do is waste recovery.
Right.
So we go to the beach, we intentionally go and recover specific items that are recyclable. And then we send it into recycling programs. Because if we don't, everything that is lumped together goes to landfills. and then when it rains, it comes back to the beach. So those who do traditional beach cleanups, most of them will tell you that they are depressed because they clean up the beach. Few days later, the place doesn't look like nobody did anything there. So, yeah.
Very interesting. So, I mean, it's important you talk about the segregation.
Yes.
Because another issue altogether.
Yes.
So
when I started this project in December 2017, when I made a Christmas tree, people were excited about the fact that plastic waste can be used in these ways. So people started asking me, can we bring you bottles? Can we bring you sachet? So there were a lot of people who were motivated and encouraged. So I started doing this plastic waste recovery program for homes and offices. And on weekends when I'm free, I just drive to people's homes and offices and I just recover whatever they separate. And then that's what we use for the projects that we do. And then we pass the rest on to other recycling programs. So it's more like a circular system where we make sure that whatever is recovered doesn't end up in the environment.
What is this board all about for?
Well, so this was the inside roofing for the bar shelter.
All right.
So in 2022 January, we built the first sustainable bar shelter from recycled. Almost everything is from recycled waste, except the roofing system, which is plastic, but then it's not from it. But everything else there is from recycled waste in different forms. So this is the inside. When you sit in the bar shelter and you raise your head, this is what you see.
Right.
And there's one thing about color. It excites people, it provokes, it makes people smile, it makes people happy.
Absolutely.
And people are familiar with gallons. They are familiar with plastic waste bottles. So we intentionally made the design in a way that it can connect with people and their emotions, and it can provoke, thoughts about why we need to find better ways of dealing with plastic waste. Yes. And these are bottle tops from water bottles, drink bottles, waste bottles that we've recovered from homes and offices. Just the covers of bottles.
I see.
So let me tell you about the holding site.
Right.
So when we recover the plastic waste, one challenge is that you need to find a place where you can keep it.
Okay.
And then from here you do sorting. Let's say you select them according to sizes,
right,
according to types of waste, and then according to whether they are clean, whether they are dirty, you sort them in that way. Then based on that, you know what to use which group of sorted plastics for. So these are initial holding sites. So everything that we recover from homes, from offices, it comes here first. Women and people living with disability and girls are vulnerable groups that we work with a lot. We have volunteers, more than 70% of them are women and girls. So this is the holding site.
Now the bags of sachet water.
Yes.
That's empty sachet water bags.
Yes.
So what do you use this for?
So these are recovered sachet bags. So we recover it or we buy it. So we have a buyback program where we can buy from women who are picking the plastic waste at a rate that is reasonable for them. And then we have other women who wash and sanitize this. We pay them. We have a shredding system where we shred them into this. So this is the same thing but in a shredded form. Let me open it for you to see.
Okay.
So this is
shredded sachet water. And how about this one as well?
Yes. So the sachet bags you see here, so that's what we have made into the sheet. So this is like a leather-like sheet. So each of these has 40 sachet bags in them.
40?
Yes.
Just this
yes.
piece?
Yes.
40 of
40 sachet bags. So this is a learning, teaching, and sleeping mat for homeless people.
For the homeless?
These people don't have a permanent place to sleep. So it means they need a mat that they can easily fold and put away somewhere. But also more importantly, for their kids who go to school, when they come back, they have to do their homework. They need a place to lie to do their homework or sit. This mat is really good. The bottom is made from the sachet bags. Each mat has 500 sachet bags in them. 500 sachet. So this is a backpack.
Yeah.
I told you that aside using the plastic bags in this raw form, we can shred it.
Right.
So this is just shredded plastic bags. There's no color. People ask me, did you add color to it? I said, no, the plastic bags are already colored. So we just shred them and then we make them into the leather sheet and we use them to make these bags. And the bags have some unique features. So it has eyelets in them.
This behind you, this should look good. Yeah, there you have it.
Right.
Yes, so then there's another type of...
This is the reusable bag I was talking to you about.
The reusable bag.
The one that when you shop and you don't take plastic bags, we'll give one to you. Yes,
okay.
so coming to a supermarket near you very soon. First of all, when you are being given plastic bags, you should ask yourself, do I really need this plastic bag? I mean, sometimes you buy a bottle of water, it's nicely packaged already. Then they are giving you another black bag to put it inside. And then somebody will always ask, what is it with us that we're always trying to hide things in black polythene bags? It's become part of our culture. So you have to be willing to refuse the plastic bags, then you have to be willing to reduce it. So where you don't need to take too much, where it's necessary to take some, you don't take too much. So I encourage all young Ghanaians to do their best in their own way wherever they are. It will be fine.
You see that it's been talking about where Jowolo Junction bus shelter written, and then this is the bus stop. And all of this is created and built with plastics, all of it. And the Chalewote board that he was talking about, you see that here, the Chalewote board that he was talking about as well. And then you have the hawkers also having a time of their own with everything in there. So they are, and then the top that he spoke about, you see that. The color themes that you have there as well.